Oh, I gotta
Hello!
grab the joke book. Hold on.
Oh shit, he's gone. Oh well, it's just me now.
This is the only thing holding this thing together. All right.
Yeah. You gonna open the show with a joke?
No, I didn't want to get up in the middle of it later.
That's fine. I've seen people get up to pee all the time in podcasts and they're just left alone.
I've heard that a couple times.
Hello. We've
There
been
it is.
expecting you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Expected Encounters episode 2. Thank you for tuning in. I am joined by wait.
Are
I'm
you?
gonna start over.
Okay.
I'm gonna start over. Hello, we've been expecting you.
Whoa, first try.
First try. This is the first try we've done this today. Welcome to Expected Encounters episode 2. We appreciate you tuning in, or turning in. Maybe you're.
All right, start over.
No, third time. No, it's happening this time.
Yeah,
We're going.
all right.
Okay, so my name is.
Thank you for turning in your homework, you guys.
Thank you for turning in. It's been a long day. My name is Field Kate. I'm one of your hosts, joined by the Lazy Lion NFT collector himself, Jorge Flores. How are you doing today, buddy?
I didn't like that. You were right. You said I wouldn't, and I didn't. I am not a collector.
True,
just because I have 2 or 3 doesn't make me a collector.
Then why did I see you putting in a $6,000 bid on one of the Lazy Lion NFTs earlier?
Listen. No, I'm doing great. My name's Jorge Flores. I own 0 Lazy Lions NFTs for now. It might be different in the future. Who knows? It might be the currency we're all using. But I'm doing great.
I'm
excited to be a part of it.
If that happens. I'll just kill myself if we have to use Lazy Lions as... Dude, that's so stupid, man. I know we were talking about it in the group chat earlier. I don't know if you guys know about these Lazy Lion things. I feel like I just found out about it, but this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. They're just pictures of lions. They're like Sonic OCs of lions, basically. And they're thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. They're randomly generated too. That's why they all look so stupid. Yeah. There's like, I think there's 10,000 of them. There's like a certain amount of them. They're all randomly generated. That's why they look so stupid.
Dude, the guys who created that are just fucking cackling themselves asleep. They're just sitting there like, I feel like I'm in a fever dream. I can't believe it worked.
That's the future, bro. The blockchain is the future. Get ready for it. We'll have some cool shit.
I don't know what a blockchain is, but all
right, well, I'm not going to get into that now. It's going to take like the entire podcast. I could talk about that forever, but maybe we'll have some cool Final Fantasy 14 NFTs in the future. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I think the art thing is just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. I've been all right today. I was a little anxious earlier this morning because and I was like, oh God, I have therapy and then I got to do the fucking podcast. And I was like, I don't want to do the podcast.
This fucking thing.
No, but it didn't. But then I went on my run and I felt better. Took a shower, made some food. And then I was like, let's do the podcast.
What'd you make?
Made 3 eggs. But I have a special way of making eggs. I
thought that was gonna be the end of it.
No, I remember many moons ago, probably a few years ago, I saw an article that was like the top 5 greatest chefs and how they make their scrambled eggs, and it was like, you know, Gordon Ramsay and fucking bunch of those people. The guy who I like a lot who killed himself. Anyways,
Anthony Bourdain.
Cool eggs. Anthony Bourdain, yeah. But they all had this same method of making their eggs where they were like, you put it on the thing, you stir it around the whole time,
take it off,
you take it off for 20 seconds, then you put it back on for 20 seconds. And so I do this now, and it ends up, I keep the heat so low that I end up making 3 eggs takes like at least 15 minutes, and I need to stop taking so long doing it. But
no way, dude. No way. Low and slow is the way to go. That's what they say.
I leave them a little bit runny, just a little bit.
Runny scrambled eggs.
Yeah, throw some Tabasco on it. I throw some almond milk in before I put it in the pan. Then fucking drench it in Tabasco or Tapatio. That's actually it.
Do you like a nice over easy egg?
Yeah, I can do an over easy egg.
I saw this incredible method of doing it where you put in like, this dude was put in like way too much oil, and I was immediately like, this is a fucking terrible idea. I hate this. But then what he did was he pulled it all at the bottom and he braised it. Like it was cooking. He just cracked the egg into the pan, pulled all the oil in the bottom, and then just kept with a spoon pouring it over the top. over and over and over again. And then it came out like a perfect, like a cartoon, like over easy egg, cooked evenly from the bottom up and the top down. It was astonishing. I haven't tried doing it yet, but
It wasn't all oily?
I probably was, but just it looked beautiful at least. I haven't tried it. I want to though.
Cooking is crazy. I don't know how people do these things.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the first guy who decided to throw like a dead cow onto a fire. What was he thinking?
He was trying to make contemporary art.
It's like,
Trying
oh
to
shit,
make an NFT.
I can eat this. Anyway, what you been playing, man? How's your gamer gear going?
Gamer gear. I've been very busy, so I haven't played too much, but I do have a few things. So a lot of Dead by Daylight because
Mm,
that's just like my comfort food lately,
mm.
and it's very fun. It's the same as it always is. There's a new DLC coming out, which I'm excited for. The Artist.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys talking about that, but like, what's the deal?
She's just like a new original killer, and she's got a bunch of crazy abilities, but I don't know any off the top of my head. So
What's her deal?
yeah, see, I should have
Like,
done some
what?
more
Like an
research into
artist? What kind of artist?
I've only seen pictures of her. I haven't even watched any gameplay.
Mm.
She looks like scary. She doesn't look like an artist, but I guess they call her. She's a vengeful bird lady. That's what this article says. So
Birdly.
I'll find out and I'll talk to you more about it.
We got D Reynolds in the house.
Apparently she's playable in the PTB right now, but that's on PC, so I'm not a fucking nerd.
It's on PC, so it doesn't exist.
That's basically true. Apart from that, I was playing some Overwatch last night actually for the first time in a while
Really?
because yeah,
That is surprising.
yeah, we were talking about how Overwatch 2 is delayed through all of 2022. So I was like, I guess I'll start playing Overwatch 1 again because I guess it'll be relevant for longer.
Yeah, give yourself some time to get your skills back before the sequel.
It's still the same, pretty much. There's a lot of new characters that I've never seen before. I'm like, who the fuck are all these people?
Yeah.
But it's enjoyable. I like that game, man. I like being able to just jump in. And I hadn't played in probably like a year and a half maybe or something. And I
Mhm.
just jumped in. It felt fine. I think it does matchmaking with your skill level. So maybe I was just playing against shitty people, but felt like I was holding my own fine. Had some people yell at me for picking an attack person when they were like, "We need a fucking healer, man."
That's the way it goes. Do they have the roll queue on console? Like, you have to pick
Yeah, they
DPS,
do.
tank, or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, they do. But they also have a mode where you don't have to do that, and that was the mode I was in.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's more
I
fun
didn't
that way.
wanna I just wanted to play who I wanted to. Fuck you, man. I wasn't in ranked or anything. It was just quick play, so
Yeah,
but it's
whatever.
fun.
Very
Fun
low
game.
stakes.
Really, really polished. It always was, but it's still like
Yeah.
they've kept up on it. I don't wanna compliment Blizzard too much because 'cause they're awful, but
Yeah.
oh, something weird, when I logged on for the first time, they were like, "You can't play this without a battle.net account."
Oh,
And
that's
so I
that's
had to
new.
make one. Yeah, it's definitely new.
Oh, that
So I made
sucks.
one, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't
I mean,
affect
it's not
anything.
a big deal, but it's just annoying that has been like a trend. It's like Ubisoft infected everyone. Remember Uplay? Is that still around? I don't even know if it's still around. I haven't bought a Ubisoft game in like years.
There's a bunch of games though I keep hearing about, like, I think I could be wrong, so maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it anyways. I think Far Cry 6 requires an internet connection to play. There are a bunch
All the
of these
time?
if maybe I'm wrong, maybe I shouldn't have said it.
Oh, say it definitively. Say it definitively.
This is a fact that Far Cry 6 requires an internet connection 100% of the time, just like
Can't
the
believe it.
Xbox One did at launch.
Like the Xbox One still does,
Like the
definitively. That's great. I actually try playing that game again. I remember I played it so much when it came out. It was super fun, and there's like I'm sure like the roster is doubled in size with like new characters to try out. So yeah, maybe I'll download that again. Give it a go.
we should jump into it. It's fun. It's a
Oh,
it's a good time.
I don't. Oh, I do have it on PS4.
No, it's crossplay on everything.
Cool. Okay, cool. Problem solved.
We're not on video. They can't see your reactions.
That was a genuine reaction. You made me pog, dude. You got me pogging.
I still don't I don't there are some internet words that
It's
I
this.
hear all the
It's
time.
this.
I don't know what
This
they
is
mean.
pog. It's this. That.
He was
I, I
making a
was I
face.
was pogging.
What if they don't know what it is? Okay, apart from that, I this one is fun. So I downloaded Titan Souls on my Vita
That's the one.
because we were talking about it last week, and I've also been so excited for Death's Door coming up. I think like in a week or two. It's late this month, and well, I mean it's been out, but it's not been out on a console that I can play. So,
Yeah.
dude, you gotta. I guess we gotta get you to play Shadow of the Colossus, but Titan Souls is phenomenal. This game is so great. I was just sitting there getting through these little bosses. 'Cause I don't know if it's a boss rush game, just like Shadow of the Colossus, but it's like pixel art and stuff, and you just have one arrow, so you shoot your arrow, and each boss dies in one hit.
What? That is so cool.
It's fucking sick, man. And so
Yeah.
you have to shoot the arrow at the right point, at the right like it at its heart or whatever. And they
Uh-huh.
all have different gimmicks and they're all coming at you and it's fucking hard as shit.
What happens if you blow your one arrow?
You can recall it. So you press square to fire it and like aim it. And then you can, if you hold square, it'll like come back to you, but you have to stay in place while you're doing that. And you can also hit on the way back. So it
Yeah,
gets
oh,
tech
dude, you
as
just sold me on
fuck.
that game. You just sold me on that game with that one
It's so
sentence.
cool.
That is
And
incredible.
it also has this like all the bosses, they're all in like rooms. Like you go into a room that it's like there's like a boss room and you go inside and then it's like a little boss area that you fight them. But
Mhm.
apart from that, you're in this little world. I wouldn't say an open world, but it's pretty linear. But there's so much to find and discover, and I don't think you need to kill all of them. I remember because I beat it back in the day. Now I'm just going for like trophies and stuff, and the trophy list. Good on them. Some crazy cool trophies, just like kill this guy with this specific thing happening with the arrow recalling back to you and all sorts of crazy
That
shit.
is incredible. I love that. That sounds really, really cool. That sounds cooler than Shadow of the Colossus just from hearing about it.
Well, you gotta go play Shadow of the Colossus,
Yeah, I
man.
know. I know. It's like
It's
required
pretty
reading.
great. It's
Yeah, I know.
pretty it is required reading.
I know.
We should do a book club, a video game book club,
That's a
and
good idea.
only play Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus book club.
Yeah. So I've
It's a
been playing
podcast
that.
where you just play Shadow of the Colossus every week. You just talk about different parts of it.
It's just speed run fucking podcast where we just speed run one game
Yeah,
and we just that's actually a good idea.
that isn't a bad idea. Yeah, I was gonna say that's
It's
awesome.
cool, man, because so you go into the different rooms and you explore otherwise, but I'm pretty sure to beat it, you only have to beat like 16 of them or something. I could be wrong about that number, but you only have to beat a certain amount. You like eventually, after you get through a certain part, you find like the end game room, and
Mm.
there's like a bunch of like runes on it that you have to light up. But you could, there's way more bosses than that, so you can go kill all of them if you want, and it's cool. Some you find, some you don't.
16 is surprising for being like not all of them. I thought that would be like the amount that there would be in that game. That's surprising. I guess I'm just thinking like Shadow of the Colossus rules.
Shadow is also 16, so I might be getting it confused, but I think they're more than that
Wow.
they're because they're not as in depth as a as a colossi. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
just a little. The first one's a little slime. He's jumping around, but they get
And you shoot
cool.
him with
They
an
get
arrow.
really cool. Yeah, you shoot him with an arrow.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I like it a
Oh.
lot. Been nice to play my Vita too. Pulling that out, pulling little red Japanese Vita.
It's your most treasured possession.
Apart from that, just watching my OLED sit there. OLED switch.
That is so infuriating to
I
hear.
know, because you want one so bad. I just look at it. I look at it with its little washcloth that I keep over it so no dust gets in it.
I mean, you should have just put it in the box, not just keep it in the box at that point.
No, because I like knowing it's there. I like knowing that I could, with ease, play it, but I don't need to.
One day you might, though. One day you might.
And that makes me feel so comfortable throughout my days. It reduces so much anxiety knowing it's there.
It's just good for your mental health, really.
I feel like I enjoy keeping my game consoles clean more than I do playing them.
You should just start a cleaning service, man. You'd probably get some good cash off that.
Well, Nick sent me a picture of his PS5 last night. I mentioned Nick a couple of times in the last episode, and we mentioned a lot of things, and we like didn't explain it at all when I was listening back to it. So I'm
Mm.
gonna start explaining. Nick is a one of our best friends, a good friend of ours. So
Yeah,
whenever
a good
he's
bloke,
mentioned a good bloke, a
a
good
proper
man,
chap.
a,
Yeah,
a lass, a young
yeah,
lass.
if
Uh,
you will.
but he sent me he sent me a picture of his PS5 because I was like, "You're online." He's like, "No, I'm not." And he sent it a picture of it in rest mode. So dusty. And I was like, "Oh, it's so dusty." And he's like, "Yeah, it's a little dusty." I'm like, "No."
It
"Oh, let me
doesn't. I
clean
mean,
it."
it works fine. It
I wanna
doesn't
clean it. I offered to clean it for him, so I might
offer to pay him. Start a business where you pay people to clean their consoles,
I would like that.
and you get paid in satisfaction.
It'd make the world a better place, man. But that's
At
it.
least
That's all. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say at least a cleaner place.
Cleaner place for video games. Last thing I wanted to say is I was looking through my PS5 games last night and saw that abandoned trailer app that I never deleted.
I still have mine too.
I did delete it last night because I can't believe.
No.
I mean, I assume we'll be able to download it again. That was my thing. I was like, what if like it goes away or something and you need to have it already? But at this point, that game, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
What
it's too far gone past like the announcement. I was really into it, and now
what
it is
the
clear
fuck?
that this is not some crazy big like marketing stunt or like a huge ARG or plot to make this game cool. It's very clear this is just some video game that has been handled really poorly. So at least that means my expectations for it are lower, and I'll like it more.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about it anymore, and it's unfortunate because Hassan had me. Hassan Karaman, he had me in the palm of his grip.
And he dropped you. He let go. You slipped through his grip. You wiggled out.
Dude, what the fuck? I want so bad. I'm waiting for the day Jason Schreier posts his big ass article on or not Kotaku, on fucking Bloomberg, being like, "Here's the truth about what happened to Abandon." I cannot wait.
It could be nothing.
No, because why didn't Sony get involved? Why did they allow this? This doesn't
I
make any
think they just
sense.
I think they just didn't care, dude. I think they were like, "You know what? If this company just dies, fuck it. We've sold 13.5 million PS5s." Oh, Ben Studios needs help? That sucks. We've sold 13.5 million PS5s. Like whatever. I don't think they give a shit.
It's
you
just
know?
so weird. How did Hassan know Jeff Keighley? How did he get the fucking thing there's so much. That weird Kojima video that was posted like years ago with all the fucking weird lyrics that was like from Abandon and all. Dude, something I think, and it's probably nothing, you're right, but I hope we find out eventually. I think we will at some point in the future. I think there was more to it and something went drastically wrong.
That's a good theory.
I don't know if that's true, but it's too weird. Jeff Keighley being like, "Oh, Hassan, I know Hassan. My buddy, everyone knows Hassan." No one knows Hassan. No one on the earth knows Hassan. No one's ever met the man.
At
There's
least
one
Jeff
picture of
Keighley.
him.
Yeah, it is just that one picture of him. It's very strange. I don't
He's
know, dude.
so
He
weird
he could
looking.
just be a weird dude who's friends with Jeff Keighley. I mean, like that. I'm
How?
sure. I'm sure Jeff Keighley knows plenty of weird dudes.
I guess. I guess he does. I don't understand it at all.
One day that game will be out, and we'll love it.
Will it? I wonder. I even wonder if we'll ever hear anything again. I was looking at their Twitter, and the last post was still about like when they were like, a message from us, human beings, and it's basically asking people to stop sending them death threats.
Yeah,
And it's just weird. You shouldn't send them death threats. That's awful. Don't do that. If you're doing
yeah.
that out there, go buy a Lazy Lion NFT instead. But it's even weird. Even the message they put out for that, it's all weird. It's all weird.
Well, what's weird about that? That I thought that was fair. I read that and I was like, you know what? That's probably good because I'm sure a bunch of people feel way more strongly about this thing than we do, and I'm sure we're sending really vile things their way. I don't blame them.
Yeah. You definitely shouldn't do that. However, they have, and they don't deserve that, but they have made their bed. If it is all the way it seems, where they're just fucking complete clowns, they have made their bed.
Yeah.
So, no one forced them to tweet our new horror game starts with an S and ends with an L and it's two words and all the stupid shit that they
I
did,
wonder,
man.
dude. I wonder. Oh my god, I want whatever this is to come out so I can see what it's called and have it be called something like I don't know what Sentinel, just like some other thing, just some random words. I want that so bad. We'll see. Let's get
They
canceled.
were playing into it so hard. Oh, Hassan, where are you? Can you come on our podcast?
Oh, we'd love to have you on.
I will ask Hassan the hard hitting questions because he did these interviews with IGN and these other places, and no one asked any of like are you directly associated with Hideo Kojima? What the fuck is your game? Where are you from? How do you know all these people? How did you get involved with PlayStation? No one asked that. They were just like, "Oh, so tell us about your new game, Abandon. Abandon is a first-person survival horror game. I'm Hassan Karaman."
To be fair, though, they have been consistently saying that they are not associated with Kojima or Konami. It's just a matter of you not believing that. So, I mean, what are they going to say if they ask them that?
I want the truth. I want the truth, Jorge. And and one day I will find Hassan Karaman and I will take him out to lunch and I'll be a little rude to him, but not too rude.
Mhm.
Just enough to get him like, "Hey, what you" I'll be like, "Dude, come on, man. Really? What's going on?"
You can tell me the truth. And then he grabs like the bottom of his chin, he pulls a mask up, and it's Kojima, and he goes, shh, and then he puts it back down. But no one else sees it but you.
The mask, like at the ends of the mask, they like just fucking morph back into his skin.
Yeah, like, Mission Impossible style.
What about you? Enough about blue box games. They're giving him too much screen time. What about you? What have you been playing?
Not much, man. Not much, honestly. I mean, I've been playing FF14 pretty consistently up until Endwalker's release because I need to catch up. I think I said that last time too. I'm very, very slowly making progress, but it's coming along. Other than that, I Final Fantasy V's Pixel Remaster just came out. I think like 2 days ago on PC and mobile, and I got it on my iPhone. And bro, it is kind of incredible. I gotta say, it's so weird. I didn't think I would like playing it on a phone, but it just works, man. It just works. It's just nice and easy, and it just auto saves all the time. So if I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for the line at the cash register, yeah, I'll do a couple random battles. Oh, it's over. Oh, okay, sick. It's cool.
That's so interesting. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that it works well on phones because I don't know why that's not. I mean, obviously those are going to be coming to
Yeah,
consoles at some point. There's
eventually.
so much money just sitting on the table with them not doing that. But that's cool to hear. I would love to play them, but how does it control on phones? Is it just like you just have the like how I would assume it would control with like a
Yeah, well, you have two options. You have one option where, yeah, you have like a little virtual like dial. It's just kind of like it tells them where to move and stuff. But there's another
Mhm.
one where you just tap on the screen where you want them to go, which I thought was really dumb at first, but it's actually super cool because if you just see like a chest, all you got to do is tap it, and they'll just find the fastest way there and open it. Or like if you see an NPC you need to talk to, you just touch them, and they'll just walk on over to the NPC. And when you do that,
That's great.
yeah, and when you do that, it's always a dash. Like you don't have to hold a button down. They just automatically like sprint to wherever you touch. It's really, really nice. It auto saves on every screen. So like if you're in the middle of something and you have to put your phone away, you're still there, which is really cool. That actually, Final Fantasy 3 is like notorious for the final dungeon being atrocious because it's like the longest one and there's no save points or like refresh points at all anywhere. And the Pixel Remaster completely changed it because not, I mean, they didn't change anything, completely changed the way you play it because you can take breaks. If you die once, you're not fucked completely. It was really nice. That made that game go from one of my least favorites to one of my favorites. So these Pixel remasters are really great. I haven't played them on PC. I'm sure they're also great on PC because they're just the same but with a controller. But yeah, I would totally recommend looking into them if you're interested. Final Fantasy 6 comes out on that at some point in the future, and that's like one of the best ones. So
I know.
maybe you can
I
try it
want
out.
to. I want to wait till I can play it on Switch is where I want it.
It might be a while.
I hope not. It seems silly, but like especially with that what you were just talking about, that sounds brilliant. The whole you just touch somewhere.
Yeah,
That would
it's really
totally be
nice.
implemented on a Switch and that sounds great. I want to play those, but I don't know if I want to play on my phone. How much was it?
Oh, it's like $20. It's like a
Oh, that's
full price game.
expensive.
Yeah, it is. It depends. It's so annoying, dude, because that one's like 20. Final Fantasy 1 is like $5. They have different prices. It's really annoying, and all the good ones are more expensive.
They know what they have. They know what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have.
yeah. They know their audience. But yeah, I've been playing that just whenever I get a chance. But in terms of like proper like gaming, I never finished SMT4, so I went back to it, and I kind of got like instantly hooked on it again. Like the second I started playing it, that game is really really cool. I wanted to beat it because SMT5 is out, and I want to play that eventually. But I feel weird going straight to it without finishing 4, so I'm gonna get that out of the way. Game's great. Looks really
It's
good.
on you
Sounds really
playing it
good.
on your 3DS?
Yeah, it's only on 3DS. I don't know
Cool.
how I got this cartridge because I didn't buy it, but it's in my house. If there's anyone listening who I know that is missing an SMT4 cartridge, it's in New York, so sorry. But yeah, that's about it. I'm excited for SMT5. Looks incredible. I'm super down to play that game, and I will one day. Maybe I'll play it on an OLED Switch because now I really want one. Knowing that there is just one in your room not being used makes me want one even more.
I think about using it sometimes.
It's not the same thing.
I wanna wait till I get the satisfied grip so that I can properly utilize it,
So you can be satisfied. Do you
so I
not have one
can
of those
be
for your like old Switch?
Yeah, but I sold it to the guy
Oh,
with
right,
the
right.
whole bundle, and also I think this one's bigger, isn't it? Am I totally wrong? I thought the screen was bigger on
The
this new
screen is
Switch.
bigger, yeah, but not the console itself. It might be a little bit bigger actually. I just thought it was something you could put on the Joy-Con, so that would work. But the screen is definitely bigger.
It, like, slides into it, so it would
Oh.
it's like a set length, so I don't
Ew.
think it would have fit the other one. That's why they put out a new one for the OLED specifically, and it also they said in it, and this sold me on it, they were like, "Improved airflow," and I was like,
No.
"Alright, let's go."
We cannot
That's
have
all I
clammy
want.
hands. We cannot have
No.
clammy hands playing Mario
No,
Kart.
not even for the hands, I think for the Switch, like, the fan and stuff.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
For, like, while it's in there, because otherwise the other one was, like, sitting there, it gets a little hot and stuff, and you
Yeah.
got plastic on it, and, you know.
Yeah, you can hear that vent, like, screaming sometimes.
Not on this OLED, I was playing some fucking Smash, well, like, the day I got it, so not much since then, but it was so silent, and I was like,
Yo, yeah, open up Breath of the Wild and go to the Korok Forest, see how that goes. All that grass,
as soon as I get the grip, I'm gonna play that game. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
hold you to it.
You guys can all hold me accountable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, and I'll be like, "I just like watching it there with the grip next to it."
Yeah, just, like, in its package, just right next to it, just feels nice. Can you have the grip on while it's in the dock?
No, 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 no. It's a big grip, like,
Yeah.
thing. But it just slides in and out really easily, so I'll just sit it, like, next to it and just pop it in or whatever. Right before we move on to the news, I just wanted to shout out real quick. There's this game called Artful Escape. Do you know about this game?
Nope.
Okay, so it's only on Xbox. I think it was published by Annapurna. I don't know who.
I hear that name all the time.
Yeah,
I think they're a publisher.
they're a publisher.
They're known for What Remains of Edith Finch, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Outer Wilds, etc., etc.
So they do a lot of these like little. Oh, they published Unfinished Swan. Like a lot of these like
Mhm.
cool little indie games that have come out over the last
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah, like real, like, story-driven ones. Oh, Flower. Wow.
No, because that's for iOS. I was just looking at it now. It looks like they only started publishing in, like, 2017.
Oh, I
So
see.
all these games like Edith Finch and, yeah, Flower, Journey, it's all just for, PC and iOS.
Well, they put out a lot of good stuff in recent years.
Yeah, I guess the developer is Beethoven and Dinosaur for this game. Never heard of them. They don't even have a link on the Wikipedia. But I have been hearing just phenomenal things about this game, that it is some sensory experience on another level going
What?
through like classic rock, not
Whoa.
like psychedelic rock from like the 70s and 80s. And I was watching some clips of it and hearing some people talk about this. This game looks incredible.
Huh.
I want to play it so bad. It is only on Xbox and PC right now, so I can't.
Damn.
I imagine it'll come to some other things. This looks like, yeah, it looks like the next art piece video game.
Hmm.
I was listening to this guy named Gary Whitta. He's a writer and talks about video games. I was just hearing him talk about it, and he was like, "It is literally the most genuine example of video games being art that I've ever seen."
Wow. It's in the name even.
Yeah, well, it's escaping art, but
Oh, shit,
yes.
so they don't know what we're talking about.
But it
That's
looks
great.
really cool, and, I just wanted to give it a little shout out. I'm gonna keep following it, but I almost don't wanna see too much because I really would love to
Mhm.
play it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll look into it too for sure. I might actually play it because PCs exist in my universe.
I don't know what that means, that sentence that you just said. Anyways, so we're on to the gaming news now today.
Yeah.
We got a handful of stories here. Some of them we'll probably get through pretty quickly, but, number 1, Naruto is in Fortnite!
Let's fucking go! Dude, I don't know, dude. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm here for it. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Dude, what the fuck is it gonna be? Like, is it just okay? So we're gonna get a Naruto skin,
At
right?
least a Naruto skin. I saw some promo art on some Japanese magazine with like Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke like off like jumping off a battle bus, like diving.
Oh my God, I'm
So,
so
like,
down. I'm so
I
in.
assume it'll at least be those 3, hopefully. That will be fucking hysterical, dude. I would adore, like, playing as Sasuke and, like, shooting Superman in the head. That would be fucking hilarious, dude. I'm so down.
Fortnite is awesome. Fortnite is such a great video game, and I'm gonna say it whenever I can because there is so much hate towards this game, and there is so much misinformation out there to
Yeah.
people who just, "Oh, it's like, 10-year-olds and stuff," and I'm sure some of it is, but
Mhm.
this is a great multiplayer video game.
Yeah, it
It's
really is.
great.
It really is. I understand, like, why people think that because it does look like a baby game, like, for babies, right? It looks like a animated movie, but genuinely, I mean, it's so much fun, and there's all these insane IPs. Like, everyone's always talking about how Smash Bros. Is impressive in terms of its crossovers. Fortnite is ridiculous, dude. You can play as fucking Norman Reedus. You can parachute as Norman Reedus next to Daredevil and Deadpool and fucking I can't do stormtroopers. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like it's so absurd. It sounds made up, but
Universal's
it's
the
totally
mummy.
real. Yeah, Universal's the mummy can high five Naruto while Rick from Rick and Morty watches. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Travis Scott dances to a new TikTok meme that just came out last week. Like,
Exactly. It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
It's really genuinely super fun and it's free and I think you should try it. Yeah, play it and you can play as Naruto in it soon. I assume they'll put him in.
And apart from all of that, the game is taken so Epic takes such good care of this game. Sweeney is out there fucking putting in the work, putting in the hours to make new
Yep.
content constantly. The seasons generally, I mean, there are some hit or miss ones, but for the most part, they're all really interesting. There's all tons of new stuff to do. The battle passes are cool. Is your mic okay? What are you doing? You
No,
warming
just I
it?
don't know if you could I don't know if you could hear the cat. It's meowing
Oh,
really loudly.
I
Okay.
actually couldn't, but your hand, I'm sure, would stop it.
Yeah. Stop the sound waves.
I was wondering, because the Naruto Run emote has been in there for a while. It's not called the Naruto Run, but
It's called Full Tilt.
Full Tilt. Yeah,
Yeah.
because what they did with there was a Snap emote like back in the day, and then they had Thanos come out and changed it to they rebranded it as a Marvel emote. I wonder if they'll do the same thing with this because that is so
I mean, they have to, right?
of
It's
course they can't
that's a
put in
slam
another one.
dunk. Yeah.
It's exactly that. It's always been that. It's always been a Naruto reference. So that's
But yeah. Oh,
hope we
I'm
get
so excited.
Kakashi. Hope they all
That's
have
next week,
different
right?
fucking yeah. Well, did they put a date on it? I don't even know.
I think it was next week. I don't think there's
Okay.
a specific date, but I mean there might be. I might be wrong. You think they'll put Kakashi in it? I don't know if it's gonna be that expensive. I'm just assuming like a couple skins.
Well, I hope they all have different styles. I hope there's like a bunch of. I hope that you get the fucking Shippuden styles. I hope you get the
Mhm.
regular one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My only
Oh my
worry is that
god.
there are a couple anime-inspired skins in Fortnite right now, and they look kinda garbo. So, I'm hoping that they put a little bit more, I guess, budget into the Naruto they must because that's, like, one of the biggest IPs in the universe, so
Right.
hopefully they'll come out looking good. Rick came out looking pretty good, surprisingly.
Yeah. Do you think they'll be cell shaded?
Oh, I hope so. For God, I hope so. I hope they're not just, like, realistic Naruto people. That would be really weird.
I want to, like you said, I want to play as Sasuke.
Pull out the Glock.
Dance. Pull, pull out the Glock. All right. Next story. Spider-Man is in Avengers. I mean, we knew this was happening, but the trailer got put out finally,
I was astonished that he was not already in that game. I could have
right?
fucking sworn he came out like a month after that game came out. That is
No, they
ridiculous. That's
announced
so sad.
yeah, they announced that it's coming and it's only on PS5, which I think is
What?
yeah, that's the whole thing. It's PS5 exclusive. So they
I thought
announced
it.
that
Whoa! I thought it was PS4
yeah.
and PS5. It's just PS5.
Oh, no. It's I think it's PlayStation in general. Sorry,
Oh,
my
okay,
bad.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. It makes a little more
No,
sense.
but it's Sony exclusive, and
Mhm.
it's really weird for a game like this that's already been struggling to find a player base, and having Spider-Man be such a huge character. And it's not like it's Insomniac Spider-Man or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
their own version of it, and I guess that they have the game rights to that, but it just seems like a really bad move.
To not make it Insomniac Spider-Man.
No, to have it exclusive to
Oh,
PlayStation.
period. Oh, yeah. I mean, when that
Yeah.
was announced, people were fucking rioting, and it makes sense. He's like Spider-Man is literally the most profitable superhero in terms of merchandise, like in the world. He's like the most fucking popular one, and it's so weird to lock him to like one platform. But you know what? It's been so long now. I think like 3 people are playing that game anymore, so I guess it'll be
I
fine.
I met a guy recently who came to one of my shows and we were talking about games and he was like, "Do you play Avengers?" And I was like, no. Uh, no, of course not. He
I
was
guess
like,
some
"Oh,
people are
man."
playing it.
He was like, "Oh, it's really good now." And he was, like, trying to sell me on it, and I was like, "Yeah, I hear it's better now, but I don't think I have the patience." And the gameplay, to begin with, was just so bland.
Yeah.
You know you haven't played God of War yet, which is another reason you're on my hit list. But I remember playing as Thor, and in the beta, when we played the beta for the Hulk hands in Fortnite, he has a little hammer that he throws out, right? And you bring it back to you. It's just night and day when you go as play as Kratos in 2018 God of War. The Leviathan axe, when you throw it and you bring it back, it's one of the most satisfying game mechanics I've ever played in a game. They
Wow.
got it so perfectly. You just sit there throwing it off mountains constantly doing nothing because it feels so good when it comes back to you, just boom, back in your hand. Oh my god, it feels incredible. And when I was playing as Thor, it felt like I was shooting a laser, and then it
Mm.
just, like, floated back to me. It was so, like, nothing. It felt like nothing.
I remember really liking the way Thor's hammer felt in the beta, but I guess I haven't played God of War, so I don't have any other
You
reference
need to go
point.
I remember you saying that too. You need to go play God of War because it's astronomically better.
Yeah, I'm sure. I believe you. I mean, that game has a lot of issues. Dude, like, I have been reading Marvel comics since like I could read English, and I have been watching those fucking stupid movies since they started. And action games are like my favorite genre of video game, and I was like fucking asleep playing that game. It's such a fucking shame. And if it is better now, good for them. I'm not gonna get that game anytime soon. If they put that shit out on PS Plus or like a free weekend, maybe I'll try it out. But I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna put money on that. Even Spider Man's not gonna get me to play it.
They had that, like, original character too. I remember in the beta, and you had to it was a girl. I don't
Oh, she's
remember.
not an original character. It's Miss
Oh,
Marvel.
she's not?
No,
Oh.
Kamala Khan. She's just like a newer character. But yeah, and it's really weird that she's like the main character because it's like an Avengers game.
My bad. I thought she was original, but I remember playing as her in the, Star Command. That's not what it is. It's the big
What?
the big ship,
Oh,
like the
the
hub ship or something.
shield
Yeah,
helicarrier.
the shield, yeah,
Yeah.
Star Command. And it was just so boring. You were running around trying to find people,
Hmm.
and it felt like going to a new town in, like, a JRPG, like an old JRPG where you're just running around talking to people, and it's just boring. You're like, "When can I get to the fucking game?"
Yeah, and then you get to the game and it's just boring. Also.
Yeah. Like, does a better job of feeling like the Avengers and just overall feels better?
Mm.
Lego Marvel's Avengers.
Dude, I fucking love the Lego Avengers game. It is so goddamn cool. It is so goddamn cool. Swinging around as Lego Spider-Man with my stupid Lego webs. It feels incredible. You can fly around as Iron Man and stuff. It's great. That game is cool as shit. For real.
Did you ever play the DC Villains one that came out
No,
a couple
I
years
did not.
ago? Looked cool too. Some of
It
those
did look
Lego
cool.
games, man, they look really cool. That new one, I don't know if it came out yet, but there was gonna be like a new Star Wars one that apparently was like a revamp of the series and had all these like
Yeah,
cinematic things in it. Looked really cool.
yeah. The Skywalker Saga, it's called, I think.
I don't care about Star Wars, but it looked cool.
All those games are solid. I think that Marvel one is an open world game, but the other ones that aren't are still also very good.
All right, talking way
Yeah.
too much about Crystal Dynamics' Avengers. You wanna do this one?
Yeah, here's a good transition point. Speaking of open world games, there's
Ooh.
a next story. New Sonic 2022 is being compared to Breath of the Wild and is open world. There was like a data mine, I think, that name Sonic Frontiers came from originally. A different data mine said it was called Sonic Rangers, I think. Who knows? Maybe it's a leak or something. Who knows? That's what it's gonna be. I guess that's what it looked like from the trailer. And honestly, I am super pumped for that. I really like the idea of an open world Sonic game, like unironically.
I think it could work.
Me too.
I think it's foolish of them to be comparing it to Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, it's one of the like
'cause
best games ever made.
has there ever been a Sonic game that's even been close to that level of even the best
It
Sonic
depends
games are
on who
like,
you ask. Yeah.
I guess who you ask, but
No, but no. It depends on
no,
who you
but
ask,
no,
but
right?
no. Yeah.
Like, especially in the last few years.
Yeah. There are a lot of really good Sonic games, but I mean, Breath of the Wild is like a game changer, no pun intended. You know, that game was a huge deal. But I really think this could be great because like what's like the worst thing about a shitty open world game? It's just this giant open world with nothing to do, right? Like imagine
Mhm.
one of those but it's not shitty because you can just run across the entire thing in like 10 seconds. That sounds really cool to me. Someone made like I think a fan game.
I was
It's like a
just gonna say
small
that.
open world, right? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a small open world Green Hill Zone kind of thing.
Mhm.
It looks really fun, just like maneuvering
Yeah.
around that world with that crazy Sonic mobility. Yeah.
I have no faith. I have no faith in this. I hope it's great,
Hmm.
but they seem to fuck up every single Sonic game they put out, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. They're on a downward trend right now for sure.
Dude, even, like, Colors Ultimate, the remaster they put out, that had, like, a fuck ton of it. I'm like, "How do you fuck
Yeah.
that up?" It was
Yeah, it was
already
like
done.
yeah, it was like not playable on Switch or something, at least for a while. I think even now they put out some patches to fix it, but it's still not crash free from what I understand, which is fucking weird.
Oh, so Crash Bandicoot makes an appearance in it. He's
Yeah.
spinning around.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers. Should have said something.
Featuring it's got the little symbol featuring Crash Bandicoot from the Devil May Cry series.
I'm down though. I'm in on that game. If it even if it comes out and is just fine, I'll probably still play it.
What if it comes out and it's, like, garbage?
I will not play it. Because I said that about Sonic Forces. I was like, if this game is just okay, I'll still play it. And then it came out and it was like barely not okay. And I was like, it's okay. I don't gotta
Yeah.
play that one. I'm a fucking unfortunately cursed with having played a lot of Sonic as a kid. So now I just have this stupid affinity for him. So I'm gonna be playing that if it's fine. And if it's great, that's great. Maybe more people will play it.
But I totally agree with you. That sounds that because that fan game, I think about that a lot, and I was thinking
Hmm.
about that when I read this, and I was like, that sounds like a good time. Just taking, I don't know, even like if you took like some of the adventure levels from like Adventure 1 and 2, and you
Hmm.
just made that kind of like terrain and those kind of things, just
Yeah.
more of it everywhere. Like
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. That'd be
That would
fun.
be incredible, yeah. Well, hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully it's not something completely fucking different that is dumb and not fun at all. But I
Like a
guess
Ubisoft open world thing. They're like check marks everywhere, and you're just talking to fucking humans.
oh fuck, dude, don't say that. Don't fucking say that, dude. I was
Sonic
excited, but now I'm
06
a lot less
world.
excited. Yeah. Maybe they'll make it like you know what they could do? They can make it like Mario Odyssey. Just put a bunch of like little collectibles
Oh.
around that you run around with and grab.
Transition. This one I'm excited about. So number 4, we've got a new 2022 3D Mario that's going to come out. And they said it's going to expand in new ways. Now, I don't entirely know what this means. I
Yeah.
assume that they're trying to expand bigger than Odyssey. I don't really know how you go bigger than Odyssey, but
Mhm.
do you think this is Odyssey 2? Because I'll say real quick what I thought was going to happen, and this clearly didn't happen because Odyssey now came out, God, like almost, I guess, 4 years ago now, because it was late 2017, right?
Yeah, I think, or early 20 it's been a while. It's
No, it was
definitely been
late
a while.
because the Switch came out early 2017, and then the Breath of the Wild, and then the big hitter that holiday was I think that
Did that
October.
come out the same year, really?
Yeah, that was a big year for them because they had
Oh,
both
wow.
both those big hitters, even though the Switch had like no games at launch except Breath of the Wild.
Mhm.
But oh, and Snipper Clips. Oh, yeah.
Snipperclip fuck you. Snipperclip is fucking incredible.
Nobody has played Snipper Clips since
How
2017.
okay, I'll give you that one.
I played Snipper Clips because it's all that was there.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think it's Odyssey 2. I think, he didn't say expand in a bigger ways. He said expand in new ways. I really don't think they
Right.
could do that. They've never done that. The only direct sequel they've done is Galaxy 2, and that was only because it was just a bunch of ideas they had for Galaxy 1 that they had to push out. But I don't think they would feel comfortable just doing the same thing again. I think they want to do something wacky and zany, and maybe they'll take him to space this time, or maybe he'll go on vacation this time. He'll clean up pollution, that sort of thing. You know?
Because my assumption was that it was gonna be similar to what they did with Galaxy, and since Odyssey, I think, could have done that really well, they already had the engine going in the system. I thought it was gonna just be kind of like a Galaxy 2, which they put out, like, only a year or 2
Hmm.
after Galaxy, I'm pretty sure. But I guess that's not the case, and I guess that's fine. I mean, how
Yeah.
do you feel about Odyssey in retrospect? Because I still think it's a fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the general consensus on it has lowered over the
Really?
years, and people have liked it maybe a little less. And I actually went back and I was playing it maybe a couple months ago, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
But I think there's too much going on personally.
Hmm.
I feel like it takes away when you're getting all these moons constantly. It's just my opinion. But
Mhm.
when you're getting all these moons constantly, it is not nearly as satisfying as even when I was back and I was playing through 64 again recently when it came on the 3D All-Stars thing. It just
Mhm.
feels better getting a star in that. Getting one star in that game felt better to me than getting like, I don't know, here's another moon. Oh, there's another they almost just felt like coins to me. The worlds are really interesting. The Mario's controls are, best they've ever been. It's super responsive in that sense. But I feel like this is maybe a good thing because Odyssey was a big deal, was very ambitious, very cool. But yeah, I don't know if we need another one. It exists.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been I don't know. That's just me. I think that might have been a flaw in it in retrospect.
That's fair. It's definitely a different design mentality, right? Because that the whole 1 star thing for Mario 64 doesn't really work in like the big, expansive, like constantly moving open world that they're going for in Odyssey. I get where you're coming from with that, definitely. But for me, I don't know. For me, it was the moons that kept me going, right? It was like, oh, I want that one. Oh, I
Mhm.
see that one over there. Oh, I want to go get it. Or that's definitely a moon there. I just got to figure out how to get it. But I do agree that it is different, right? Because yeah, like you were saying, when the 3D All Stars came out, eventually want to get to the point where I have all three of those games 100% completed on one save file. It's not going to be
Mhm.
anytime soon, but I want to do that. And yeah, I mean, even just like if you compare like Galaxy to 64, it's like a totally different game, even though they're like conceptually the same. You play through a level and you get a star, and then you go out and go back, right? They're super different because Galaxy's very linear, and
Right.
64 is a lot less linear, and Odyssey is just kind of doing its own thing. I think it's really cool. It's really fun to just explore that world. I guess I understand why you'd want a more like a better incentive to do so. I guess if they ever did do a sequel, they could work on that, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will. If anything, if he meant expand literally, then I could see maybe a sequel to the to Odyssey being, instead of like a bunch of small open world, just one like a Breath of the Wild style, like one huge open world. I could see that maybe working, but I hope they do something crazy and weird, because like they made 3D Land and then 3D World. Those are super weird. Like they're just their own thing and they're really
Yeah.
fun. I doubt whatever it is will be bad.
I didn't mean kicking you out of the level each time, like
Hmm.
that kind of thing with 64. I meant more so just finding almost like how we were talking about last week with, scaling Smash back down if they brought it back and stuff.
Hmm.
I feel like Odyssey could have been scaled down a little bit and there could have been because some of those levels had like 70 plus moons in them, and then the end thing happens
Yeah.
and they all like get even more, which I think that's fine because that was end game stuff. But to
Hmm.
begin with, I feel like they could have just some of them were just in my opinion were just like a little careless, like they were just kind of
Yeah.
all over the place. It was like there were at least 15, 20 moons in that game that were just ground pound here on this shiny spot and you get a moon
Yeah.
constantly. I
Yeah.
feel like
Those
they could
didn't
have
really need to
been
be in it.
curated a little better.
Yeah, I
um,
agree.
but yeah, I agree with you. I hope they do something really cool and interesting. What you were just saying now, the idea of like one big open world, I think that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as cool as one big open world where you can go at the speed of sound.
Yeah, but this one I'd be more confident in.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be good. And I feel the exact opposite about Sonic.
How fucking sick would that be though? If that Sonic open world game came out and it was like a fucking killer game. It
That
came
would
out
be
and it just
incredible.
slayed. Oh my god.
I want that so bad, dude. I want more than anything for Sonic to be like a household name again. I would love that. It's not gonna happen, I don't think. I mean, it's not like people don't know
Well,
who Sonic is, but
I
it's
feel like
just
the movie
yeah.
just did really well and there's a sequel
Yeah.
coming. I feel like maybe he is to an extent
Yeah.
coming
Well, I
back.
didn't. I mean, like he never really left. Like people know who Sonic is, but I just mean when you hear Sonic, it's like, oh yeah, that game's gonna be shit. And
Yeah.
that kind of started to change when Generations came out, and then they fucked up, and then it started to change when Mania came out, and they fucked up, and now they're still on that stupid downwards fucking trend. So maybe third time's the charm. Maybe that one will be good, and we'll be able to start fresh. I don't know.
Who was the studio that made Mania? Because they made a really smart decision with that. Those guys fucking killed that game.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of fans. This guy Christian Whitehead was like this huge Sonic fan who would go back and make ports and mods of existing Sonic games, and they were like, "Do you want to make an official port of Sonic 2 for phones and stuff?" So he was already working with Sega pretty closely, and then I think this might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he like recruited other members of the community to help him make Mania, and they just gave him the resources for it. Which, yeah, that was an incredible fucking decision, and I wish more companies did that because that game was phenomenal. Because you take people who know what makes the game fun because they're the ones playing it. Let them make it, and
That's what
it
happened with
works.
Dread. That's what happened with Metroid Dread is that,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very strange decision for Sega to make because they put out Sonic Forces recently. So
Yeah. Well, that one wasn't by fans. That one was by Sonic Team. And
right.
if we've learned anything, it's that the people that can make Sonic the worst is Sonic Team. So
Close Sonic Team. Hashtag
honestly, yeah.
hashtag close down
Yeah.
Sonic Team. No, I don't want them to all be out of jobs. Put them
No,
in
that's
better
fair.
jobs where they can do anything else because you're hurting that franchise.
I agree.
Okay, next up here, you want to do this one?
Oh yeah, sure. So we got story number 5. This is going to be really funny to say out loud. Indiana Jones and Captain America coming to Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yeah!
What is? I don't even know. Okay, I haven't read this article. I cannot
So-
fathom what the fuck that means.
So to my knowledge is that they went and data mined Vanguard and they found lots of things like artwork and all sorts of shit from Indiana Jones and Captain America, like propaganda artwork and weird like fake things that like I guess would make sense if they fit into like a World War II setting or something. Not Indiana Jones.
That's a World War II. Yeah, that's like he fights Nazis.
Are you fucking? What is that?
Have you not seen Indiana Jones?
I saw them when I was a little kid. Is that true?
Yeah, Nazis are the main antagonists of the first and third movies.
That's
And the fourth
mind-blowing
one,
to
I
me. That
think.
sounds like a joke. I still can't tell if you're fucking.
No, dude, I promise you that Indiana Jones fights Nazis. Having said that out loud, this makes a lot more sense that the World War II, right? You know what? That makes a lot more sense. But what I'm saying is like, is it going to be like a skin? Like how it's a first person game? I don't really see how that could be cool.
Yeah, well, in I think the last one, or it might have been Warzone. They had the fucking Donnie Darko bunny, and they also had Jigsaw from Saw.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what is skins?
I think I don't play a lot of Warzone, but I know they were in there. Let me. Look
It can't
up
be
real quick.
skins. Jigsaw is like a fucking 80-year-old fucking man, dude. It can't be skins.
Jigsaw Warzone bundle. It's like a whole fucking it's a skin.
What
Yes,
the fuck?
you play as
Is
Jigsaw.
it Tobin Bell, like the old ass man? You just run around as him?
Well, you have the mask on, so you don't see. It's just
Wait,
like the face.
What? Oh, like the puppet mask?
Yeah, the puppet mask face.
Oh. That's different. That has its own name. I don't remember. Jigsaw is the guy. Jigsaw is Tobin Bell.
This is called They say it's the Jigsaw skin. So
Weird. Well, I
and
don't know.
Leatherface, I guess, also was added at some point.
That is
Warzone.
so fucking weird. That is so
Very
weird.
strange.
You can't even see yourself in that game. Why would like? I guess other people can see you, but I don't know, dude. That's cool as shit. I would love to play as Indiana Jones punching Nazis in Call of Duty. I'd play as Captain America punching Nazis in Call of Duty. It's just kind of weird. It's just kind of fucking weird, but maybe it'll be cool.
I hope and I think they will bring it to Warzone as well, because it's unfortunate that it has to be on this fucking Vanguard game. Because I've been reading more about this and watching some gameplay, and this truly seems like the most. And they're all the same Call of Duties, but this truly seems like the most generic, uninspired Call of Duty that we've had in a long time. It seems so bland and just I don't know.
Yeah,
so I hope it comes to Warzone as well.
Yeah, I like your laser guns. You like your laser guns and spaceships and jetpacks, though. So
I do. However, I know that Cold War, having not played it, but I've seen plenty of gameplay of it and watched stuff about it. It was it was a pretty cool Call of Duty game. They had something going on. This just seems like a copy and paste thing, and that's kind of been Sledgehammer's thing with these games. They really haven't hit. I liked their Advanced Warfare, but I feel like part of the reason I liked that was because it was like the first one that was like futuristic and stuff, and I was like into that. But they were also Sledgehammer was helping work on Cold War as like assisting, and then Treyarch was assisting on Vanguard. And it just seems like I wish they'll never do this, but I wish Call of Duty would do what Assassin's Creed did, where Assassin's Creed was getting dull and stale and was
Yep.
just becoming when they were putting out annually, when it was like you were getting Rogue, and then what was that? There were a bunch of them that like
Syndicate,
Syndicate,
Unity,
exactly, yeah.
like, yeah, like all
A
these ones
bunch of
that no
them that
one
were just, like,
liked, yeah.
really boring, and then Ubisoft made a really smart decision, and they were like, "Let's fucking hold off for a second. Let's go make a
Mhm.
cool new Assassin's Creed, take a couple years, and then we'll put it out." And they did with, I think not Odyssey, was the one before that, right?
Origins? Was it
Origins,
called?
yeah, that sounds right, I'm pretty sure that's right. And
Mhm.
people loved it. I never
Yep,
played it, but
yep,
people loved it. It was like a really cool RPG, and then, Odyssey apparently was even better.
yeah.
And so I think they won't do it because Call of Duty sells so well. I'm just saying this as a fan of the series because I have put lots of hours into many of them. It would be so nice to get a really cool, inspired, fresh Call of Duty. And I'm not saying they have to
Mhm.
change up the moment to moment the gameplay, but it would be nice to have something kind of new because it just seems, especially with this new one with Vanguard, there is not a single thing about it that even does 1% of anything for me. I'm just like, all right, this looks like it doesn't even look that good visually. It's like this is the first one that's on
Really?
next gen consoles. No, I guess Cold War was as well, but
Yeah, I remember that.
it like I was looking at some gameplay of like on PS5 and stuff, and dude, you could show me a screenshot of this game and tell me that it was a PS3 Call of Duty, and I'd be like, yeah, probably. Like
Just World at War gameplay.
they just look all the fucking same, man. And that would be so nice to get like, because I think they all run in the same engine still or something. I don't know if the different developers use different engines. I imagine they don't because they all look identical. They all look like Modern Warfare 2, which is what I remember the first one I played, and they all look like that still. So-
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they all look they've always looked like that pretty
I
much.
know, I know.
I know what you mean though, man. I would really like I mean, I guess they've done some shakeups. They did Advanced Warfare, that was weird. They've done some shakeups, but I remember playing Black Ops, and this is probably just nostalgia, but I remember playing Black Ops for the first time, being blown away at what they were doing with it.
Same.
Like as soon like the title screen, dude, the title screen in Black Ops is more creative than like anything in World War II. Like I feel
I
like just
totally agree.
being able to look around, like using your hands, you could break out and go to that terminal and play Zork. Remember that shit? You know?
Fucking yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. I think you're right, man. I would really, it would be super cool if they took some time out and just made something like really astonishing like that again. But it sells really well, and you can get T-Pain to sell it for you, so you don't really got to do that. We'll see.
Pre-cum.
We'll look into it. Yeah, pre-cum, bro. Call of Duty pre-cum.
I don't think it's just nostalgia. I'm with you on that. That I think,
Yeah, but you're
especially
also
yeah,
like my age, so
I guess maybe it's nostalgia for both of us. But
yeah,
Black Ops was really a
yeah.
cool one, man.
That's still my favorite one.
It had that fucking I don't know if you remember there was like a zombies like twin stick shooter in it too.
Yes, dude.
It was so
Yes. Oh my
cool.
gosh.
It's
Yeah. And
great.
dude, and the story, I remember genuinely enjoying the story mode in that game. It's like the only one I have fond
Mhm.
memories of. I'm not just like, oh, next level, next level, next level. I was like, dude, I'm invested in this. And that twist at the end, I'm not gonna listen, I'm not gonna spoil this like 10-year-old game. But if you played World at War and then you played Black Ops, that was like a totally different fucking experience. That was incredible. If you guys
And
have a bunch of spare time, go dig your PS3s out of your storage, play Call of Duty World at War, and then play Call of Duty Black Ops. It is very cool.
we'll stop talking about this in a sec. But all the I remember no, because I'm really thinking about it now. The
Uh-huh.
zombies was like at its fucking peak in that game. All of those maps, all of them
Mhm.
were so cool. I remember a lot of the multiplayer maps were really interesting too.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it felt inspired. Treyarch
Mhm.
was trying to do something with that.
Exactly, exactly. Remember the credits system? Remember that? How it worked in that game? How like whenever you
Um,
leveled up, you wouldn't unlock something, you would unlock like credits that you can spend on whatever you wanted to
yeah,
unlock. It's basically like
yeah.
the current Fortnite Battle Pass system, but like 15 fucking years ago. It was a great idea, and you could bet credits in those wager matches. Do you remember that?
So I was gonna say the wager matches,
Yeah.
what they were so fun. The one in the chamber gun game, that's where it
Yep. Yep.
introduced all that shit. Really
Yep.
cool. I was because I guess zombies over the last few years has been implemented because it used to just be Treyarch's thing, but they've started putting it in
Yeah.
Infinity Ward and now Sledgehammer. I guess they removed a bunch of zombies shit from this new one. It is like the most bland fucking thing I've ever seen. It's like, yep, there are windows and there are zombies. It looks kind of like fucking not Keynote or Toten. That's from, I think that's from Black Ops, but whatever the
Yeah, I think so.
first Nocturne Toten, I think the first
Mhm.
zombies map. They all just, it just looks like that. You're just running
Mhm.
around. The characters are just saying little stupid quips. It's like so uninspired, and that I just
Yeah. Well, you know what? They try something different. They try Advanced Warfare, and everyone shits on them. So, I mean, like, why bother?
I
You
know.
know,
I should have bought Infinite Warfare to support that, but I didn't. Black Ops
dude.
3, one of my favorites. Black Ops 3 I loved. Fun.
If you had bought Infinite Warfare, things would be different. This would be a different world if you did that. Just so you know,
Yeah, if I did it alone, who knows.
one vote can change everything.
All right, enough about Call of Duty. Next up, this is a quick one, and I don't know if you watched this
I
at all.
did. I already know what you're gonna
Dude,
say.
this game, Lies of P, I had to put it as a news story because this looks sick as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like Pinocchio meets Bloodborne.
It's not like Pinocchio. It is Pinocchio. It is literally Pinocchio if it was Bloodborne. It's ridiculous. I'm so fucking excited.
Oh my god, who's making this? I don't think I've ever heard of these guys, NeoWiz.
I don't know. I haven't either, at least.
This looks so fucking yeah, oh yeah, literally Pinocchio.
Yeah, no, it's literally Pinocchio. You have to find Geppetto and like save the world. Like it's super fucking cool, dude. I'm
Dude,
so excited for this game.
I just saw this and I was like, everyone should go. We'll link it in the description on YouTube or whatever, but everyone should go watch this fucking trailer and just come. Just go,
Yeah,
oh,
really violently.
really, really aggressively because wow, it's so cool. I hope it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, same, dude. Fuck. I mean, I guess it could just be bad, but it at least looks really cool. I saw a video. I initially thought it was the Blue Point thing. I thought this was what they were working on
Oh
because
yeah,
someone was like, it was something that was like, is this Bloodborne? And I clicked it, and it was that. It's like this is what Blue Point's been working on, but no, it's not. Which is good. But I am so excited for this. I when does it have a release like window at all or anything?
I don't think so. I think it was just yeah, teaser trailer. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty early on.
Yeah, but there is that one bit in the trailer, dude, where he has that like giant like hammer axe thing, and he's just
Mhm.
charging it, and it just, ugh, dude, that looks. Oh my god, that's the moment where I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool.
And I just love that. I love that concept of because I guess Pinocchio is that a public thing, like a lot of those
Public
old
domain, yeah,
stories, public
yeah,
domain. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I know they did that with Alice in Wonderland. Those there were like some Alice
yeah.
games
Madness
on
Returns.
PS3. Yeah,
Mhm. You know how in Infamous, when you like once you start leaning towards evil, like your skin gets pale and like your lightning turns like red and stuff, right?
yeah. You become Evil Cole from PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah, my favorite character, Good Cole from Tekken, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But I hope there's some sort of mechanic where you can tell lies and your nose gets bigger. It's called Lies of P, so I assume it will, right? Because they're not calling him Pinocchio, they're calling him P.
But it
I
says
hope that
Pinocchio
happens.
in the description here on
Oh, it
the
does?
game. Yeah, they're talking Pinocchio's own mechanical arm acts an additional tool. I think in
this fucking this is such a weird game.
yeah, look, no, because I know it is really weird. Get your first look at gameplay for Lies of P, a fantastical Baroque action RPG inspired by the classic Italian novel Pinocchio, from Carlo Collodi. So
Mhm. Oh, wait,
it
but then,
is,
like, the next sentence, it says, like, "Hideous and twisted automatons rule the landscape, and it's up to P to find Mr. Geppetto."
yeah, but it's fucking obviously it's
Yeah,
Pinocchio.
of course, Pinocchio, but it's just funny that they're calling him P, like, it's a little edgier. It's a little edgier.
They called the pig in Beyond Good and Evil. I think they referred to him as P a few times.
Oh, maybe it's a sequel. Maybe this is Beyond Good and Evil too.
That game is never coming out. That's unfortunate. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they keep trying to convince us that that game exists
I
because
mean, well, we have they? I haven't heard anything of it since, like,
Beyond Good and Evil came out in like the early 2000s,
yeah.
and it leaves on a huge cliffhanger, and then they put out a teaser trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 in like 2007,
Mhm.
2008. That's a long time ago, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it wasn't until way later though that they showed, like, a different trailer that really confirmed that they were still working on it, but that itself was so long ago, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a new story coming out that it got canceled.
fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt was involved. He was like using his he
Oh,
came on
yeah.
stage at the Ubisoft press conference. He was like, "Yeah, man, help us make the game.
Yeah, I
You can
remember that.
submit your own music and artwork and stuff." And even when I saw that, I was like, "Help us make the game." I was like, "This game is never coming out."
I guess not enough people submitted stuff. We'll
Well, he has some like service or some company that I don't know if he's still doing it, but that was like a
Yeah.
some weird creative collaboration the website that like you make things with other people, and they were partnering with that. I don't really know why they would make that game. I don't know why they would put it out at this point because I don't think it was ever that big back in the day. It's got a little bit of cult status over the years,
Mhm.
but I don't think that much. If you put out Beyond Good and Evil 2 and you call it Beyond Good and Evil 2, I think that game bombs in 2024. What?
Really?
I don't think anyone gives a fuck anymore.
Mm.
I did. I did for a long time, and if that got put out now, I don't think I would. When they put out that cinematic trailer, which was just cinematics,
Yeah.
it looked kind of cool, but it was none of the characters we knew. It's totally new story and everything. I feel like
Yeah.
they should just, if anything, definitely not call it Beyond Good and Evil 2. Beyond Good and Evil, something else. Maybe even just call it Beyond Good and Evil and reboot it like God of War did.
Yeah. Maybe that would be a good move. I mean, I guess they could maybe port the original to modern consoles. Give people a little like refresher, but yeah, I think you're right.
It was on PS3, I think, but it would be nice for them to port it maybe because it I don't know how well it's aged. I haven't played it in a long time. I've actually been thinking about going back to it. I wonder if I can play it on PS4. I don't think so.
You
But
can play it on PS3, I
yeah.
guess. You know what else you can only play on PS3? Metal Gear 2 and 3, except it seems like you can't anymore.
You
Which
can
is
still on PS3, I think.
well, you
Oh,
can't buy
wait,
it at
no, this
least.
is
Yeah, there's
right, yeah.
the
Oh,
next
yeah.
story. Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 have been delisted. I guess temporarily. I read more into it. I guess there is some like archival, like historical footage in that game that needed to be licensed out, and it's just been so long that they've lost a license to it, so they had to delist it. But I guess they're working on getting it back up, which is cool, I guess. But also, I mean, didn't they like almost shut the PS3 store down like a couple months ago?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
just don't bother and then just put it on a console people can play it on, right?
It has to be coming, right? You have to assume that I think that there were the rumors that they're remastering 3 or something. You gotta put those I feel like you gotta get everything now to, like, at least PS4. Just get it there because then things last, and, yeah, I would love to play these games, but I don't know if I wanna play it on my Vita. I would like to play it on a fucking TV, and I'm not gonna go pull out my PS3, but these games look so cool. I mean, I would be
They are
down.
very cool. They are very fucking cool. I mean, they're like that's one of the greatest fucking series, like video game series, like ever. It's just so
Mhm.
unique and
Yeah.
so much like love and care and attention went into them. And it's crazy. It's crazy that you need like a Vita to play that game. I wonder if they're backwards compatible on Series X though. That might be an option.
Yeah. I feel like maybe they are. They're on PC as well, right? No?
I don't think they are. Are they? I don't think they are. But if it's on Xbox, that's cool. There's a lot of cool ass stuff on Xbox.
Too bad that system doesn't exist.
Not in your sphere, at least.
Isn't there some weird stuff in, like, 2 specifically? It would be cool if they, like, adapted it to modern controls and stuff, like, don't you shoot with square or something weird in
Yeah,
2?
it's weird because the PS2 had, I think the PS3 did too. It had pressure sensitive buttons, face buttons. So
Mhm.
like you would hold circle lightly to grab someone and like press it hard to like knock them out or kill them or whatever. That's like an issue with the Xbox version because it controlled kind of awkwardly because it didn't have any of those. And they would definitely have to retool it if they put it on new consoles. But I mean, if they could make it work on the Xbox, they could make it work on the PS5, I'm sure, or the
Yeah.
PS4 even. So that sucks. If you were planning on buying Metal Gear Solid 2 on PS3, you're gonna have to wait a little longer.
Did they get delisted on Vita as well?
Probably. I assume. Oh, you know what? It is on PC.
Oh, it
I
is?
guess
That's
it's
cool.
not on GOG anymore. Oh, it is on GOG. Never mind. Oh, I guess it hasn't been delisted everywhere yet, but it might soon. So pick that up soon. 'Cause you don't want to be wanting a game and then have it get delisted like
Number 8, Jump Force. is officially dead next year, and this is a very sad one because this game could have been really, really neat, I think, and
Yeah.
they're going offline with it. It's strange though, they're totally delisting it.
Yep.
That's surprising to me. I don't get why.
This is not oh my god, that was fucking loud. I clicked that article and Giorno Giovanna just started screaming in my ear, but I this is not sad news to me because that game is fucking terrible, and I'm glad they're just trying to brush it under the rug as quickly as fucking possible. I was stoked for that game. I was stoked for that game when the first trailer came out, and then completely disinterested every other piece of footage and like a trailer they put out because it just kept looking worse and worse and worse. And then it came out and it was fucking bad, which is a shame. Yeah, because it's a cool idea. This isn't the first like jump crossover game. It's just that they're like DS games, like Game Boy card games or
I
whatever, right?
had I had one of them from Japan, and, I had imported
Yeah,
one,
yeah, I remember
and
that.
it was only in Japanese, and it had a full completed save file with all the characters unlocked,
Hmm.
and I thought, as 14-year-old Field would, I thought it'd be a good idea to wipe the save data and be like, "I'm gonna unlock it I wanna unlock it all myself."
Did you?
Well, guess what I couldn't do? S Read Japanese. So, no, no, I didn't unlock it all myself. I just didn't ever play it again. I don't know where it is now. It's s somewhere in oblivion.
Damn, damn! It sucks that
Yeah.
Jump Force couldn't fill that though, because it was a really cool
So cool.
idea.
Yugi is in it.
Yugi's in it, dude. His like super as he summons Slifer and stuff. Crazy, man. And there's a lot going for it. Like there's a lot going for it in that game, but it was just a total like cash grab, which is a shame. I'm hoping maybe this is hinting towards they have something else in the works and they kind of want to just get this out of the public eye quickly so they can replace it with something that people will actually like enjoy.
Yeah.
But I mean, this game is fucking garbage, dude. I mean, okay, I guess it's not that bad, but it's just kind of bad. It looks terrible. I'll argue that it's ugly, disgusting looking game. But gameplay wise, I feel like there are so many arena anime fighters now. I feel like it has really stiff competition, and the only thing it could have going for it was the roster, but the roster was really weird and ugly. So whatever. I'm sorry if you're listening and you like Jump Force, but maybe you should just play a better game. Just play. I'm sure whatever character you main in that game, I'm sure has their own arena fighter franchise you can play. Go play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm
I
or
was just
Dragon
gonna
Ball
say,
Xenoverse.
Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 is that not also that's the same guys, right? Like, why
That's
just make it like that?
CyberConnect.
Oh, that is you're right. That is
I
CyberConnect,
don't know who made Jump
who
Force.
was originally working on Final Fantasy VII Remake before they got pulled off
Yeah.
it. That was fucking weird.
Oh, Spike Chunsoft made Jump Force.
That's weird. They have a
Yeah.
better track record than
I
that, I feel like.
I didn't know they were like developers at all. I thought they were just publishers. But yeah, maybe that's why it didn't come out so good because I guess they don't have experience with that. You could have given that to someone who maybe could have done something cool with it. But
I know Bandai Namco has enough studios that they could have made this cool, and so that's unfortunate. It is weird though that they're delisting it. I mean, when's the last time that a game was just bad and they were just like, we're gonna fucking delist it?
yeah. This game is so bad you are not allowed to fucking buy it anymore.
That I almost that almost kind of like I know it doesn't suck because this game is bad, but it does suck in like a game preservation sense. I know they have it
That's
on
true.
disc and stuff everywhere, so you can go buy it physically. But I like the digital ecosystem being up to date with everything, and it's
Mhm.
it's just strange. It's just like why not leave it up, right?
Yeah.
Put it on
Well,
put it for
yeah.
like $20 and just leave it there and have all the
Yeah.
DLC. Like I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm thinking maybe that they have something else in the works they're trying to get out quicker, or maybe it's just because they're the thing is it's not just that they're delisting it; they're completely shutting the servers down too. There's you won't be able to play online anymore. They're killing it off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess I understand not wanting to sell it if you can't play it online. But you know what? Rest in peace, I guess. I'm really kind of elated. I kind of have this maybe unjustified frustration towards this game because it was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year at the Game Awards, which is incredibly insulting.
Really?
Yeah, yes, yeah, it was. It was. If it wasn't the Game Awards, it was something else.
What else was nominated?
Fucking oh my god, other good games. Here, let me find the yeah, okay, so that was this is so ridiculous. We got Jump Force, DOA 6, MK11, Samurai Showdown, and fucking Smash Ultimate. Like, they couldn't really, bro? You're gonna put
What
Jump
a
Force
fucking
in that?
joke.
Yeah, you're gonna put Jump Force in that category? It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And so ever since then, I've had like a very annoyed perspective on that game. So shout outs to Bandai for just putting it out of its misery. Maybe get something else out. Maybe get like just a better, just make something cool. You guys are good at that. It seems like.
RIP Jump Force. I hope they put out a Yu-Gi-Oh Arena Fighter. That's what I want.
Fuck me, that would be cool. Just Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
That'd be dope as shit. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's all I want.
dude, give me like a Yu-Gi-Oh fucking like Fire Emblem thing where like you summon monsters and like you move them around and stuff. Give me some shit like that.
This new Yu-Gi-Oh game that's coming out. You know about this new Yu-Gi-Oh uh like card simulator that
No,
they're trying to push, Konami's trying to
no.
push? Forget what it's called, but they're just doing the same thing again because they had Link, the phone one that was
Oh,
kind of
Duel
popular.
Links.
Duel Links, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're pushing this new one, but then they announced that it's all like you have to buy the cards in it, which is just
Oh.
completely defeats the purpose. And no one in the Yu-Gi-Oh community has any faith that it's going to be supported and updated actively because they have never done that with any of their games.
Yeah.
What a missed opportunity I think that is. Like with Pokemon, I love how the Pokemon card game, how when you open every pack, you can just scan it into the fucking thing and it'll
Mhm.
scan that exact pack. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
But
That's just how most like digital versions of card games work now. I think like Magic works like that. Pokemon works like that. It makes sense that they'd want to get it on that market. I don't think it'll do great. People will just keep playing Duel Links because it's been out forever and it's simplified, so you can just play it really quickly on your phone. I don't know anyone who wants to play a full game of real Yu-Gi-Oh on their iPhone.
it's not just on phones. It's coming to consoles and everything.
Oh,
It's
it
like
is.
a
Oh,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Oh,
A
that's
it's like
weird.
the next big one they're pushing, but I it's just so silly because like, Dueling Book is the
Yeah,
kind of unofficial Yu-Gi-Oh simulator that's online that we
yeah.
use when we play.
And you got YGO Pro and stuff. I mean, you have so many options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all tremendously better and kept up to date and
Mhm.
it's weird Konami hasn't jumped on that.
Yeah. Why play a Yu-Gi-Oh game where you have to buy the cards when you could just
Right.
if you don't wanna
Right.
play Dueling Book or Dev Pro or whatever, and you want, like, something official, why buy a Konami like, official Konami Yu-Gi-Oh game where you have to buy the cards? You can just buy Legacy of the Duelist for, like, 20 bucks, which has, like,
Mhm.
every fucking card in the game and, like, cool story battles and multiplayer and stuff, you know? I don't know, that's a weird idea. I'm sure they'll make a bunch of money off it because mobile games are really lucrative.
I don't even know if it's coming to mobile. It probably is, but it
Hmm.
might be just
Okay, well, if it is just on consoles, then never mind. It probably won't do very well. I take it back.
Okay, this next one, just be a quick one because I don't know if either of us have too much input on this, but a couple big Xbox games have leaked. My boy Jeff Grubb, dude, this guy leaks everything. I don't know who the fuck this guy knows or what's going on, but he leaks everything all the time, and he's always right.
Mhm.
So Obsidian, who made New Vegas, and then
The Outer Worlds, right?
The Outer Worlds was I think was the other one. I guess, it's their game leaked called, Avowed, and, well,
Mm.
since then, I think they put the trailer out, but initially, Jeff Grubb was talking about it, and I guess a different team than the regular team because I think the main team at Obsidian is making Outer Worlds 2, but a smaller team within them is making this game called Avowed, which is said to be a murdery mystery, or a murdery, a, mur- a
Murdery
murdery
mystery.
ish, yeah, uh, a murder mystery RPG, in which players take on the role of an investigator in the 16th century Europe, which
Okay.
sounds fucking cool. And I watched
All
this
right.
trailer, and
Yeah. That's
it
bomb.
looks pretty
That's
dope.
bomb as fuck. I had not seen the trailer, but that is a cool idea.
Yeah, and it'll feature a branching narrative and won't be combat oriented. And I'm like, that's dope.
Ooh, I
Let's do
like
it.
that. I'm in. I'm in. I'll play that shit.
Starting to see some of these Xbox games. I mean, they have a million studios now, so I think this is going to keep happening. We're going to keep seeing some new ones, and I hope, man, I hope they're all really cool. I think they will be. I think what's God, what's the Xbox head? What's his name? Phil Spencer. He seems like he gets that they need to be putting out like that. Xbox is doing fucking everything right except having exclusive good games. Everything else they're doing perfectly well.
Yeah. But I think that's not really what they're going for anymore. Because now, I mean, a huge selling point for Xbox is that it has so much shit on Game Pass that you can just buy an Xbox and play every big game that's come out in the past, like, 5 years. I
Definitely.
assume this game's gonna be on Game Pass. I assume all this other shit was on Game Pass, so
But I,
it's a
I
great
would
service.
I would counter you on that, saying that I think that was their mentality for a while. And I think now looking at the PS5 sales, which I don't think Xbox has put out their sales, which just shows
Mm.
PS5 is crushing Xbox Series X. And
Yeah.
the fact that they have been buying so many studios, I think shows that they're
Mm.
tr- at some point they kind of realized that, okay, well, the reason PlayStation sells so incredibly well, at least the PS4. I mean, PS5 obviously its own thing with supply and demand issues and stuff like that, and it's just
Mhm.
kind of just being a way more exciting console than the Series X was. But
Yeah,
I think they're getting to a point where they realize they need it. They need to be putting out some games because that was what it was selling PS4.
that's
PS4,
true.
dude. If you look at the exclusive list on PS4,
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's
It's
unreal.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
incredible game after incredible game over and over and over and over. And I think you see that with now, with them buying Bethesda and keeping it, um, basically saying that they're going to be exclusive to Xbox. That some of the big titles going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I think they said on, like, a case by case basis.
Yeah, and I think we'll see some definitely come over, but like it's I feel like they I could be totally wrong, but from them having bought so many studios lately and having so many studios developing exclusive games right now, which they've already confirmed, like
Mhm.
most of these 22 or 23 studios they have or something are working on exclusive IP. I think that's exciting, and I hope they nail it
Yeah,
because
me too.
that would be good. I think it's healthy to have Sony kind of be fucking like fire under their ass a little bit.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they're getting so comfy, dude. They're just doing whatever the hell they want because they know people are gonna keep buying their consoles.
And
It's really
that's
annoying.
not good. That's scary
Yeah.
for a PlayStation ecosystem because in like PS3 era,
Yeah, that's, like, the exact same thing, dude.
exact same thing. They got
Yeah.
too comfy off PS2. PS4, they knew they had to fucking hit it, and they did. They did
Yep.
so hard. And yeah, it would just be it. I don't know, because Sony, my thing with Sony is that they'll make some really great, tremendous decisions,
Mhm.
and then they'll do something really fucking dumb,
Yep.
and it's always
Yeah.
when they're on top that they do something really dumb.
Yep.
Always,
Yeah, they're like, "You know what? Yeah, we got all these kids giving us their PS5 money. Let's just force people to pay us to do crossplay. Why not, right? Who's
right?
gonna stop
Oh
us?"
my god, the whole
Right,
crossplay
yeah.
thing, and
Yeah.
even with the PS5, I feel like they they're kind of lax with the fucking game so far. Like, there's no real reason to
Mhm.
own a PS5 for a game. There's no
Mhm.
killer app, I don't think. There's Returnal and Ratchet and Demon Souls, which you could literally go play on PS3 if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like that game is 12 years old or something.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I think it's healthy for there to be a fair competitiveness between Xbox and PlayStation. And I think you see it a little bit with Games Pass.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I
definitely.
have to imagine here, I have a question for you. Do you think Sony is working on any kind of answer to Games Pass?
I
Apart from like just sitting there and going, "Oh, well, they're continuing to add to PS Now and work on that
Yeah,
because
that's what I was gonna
PS
say.
Now is not good enough." It's
No.
not good enough.
No, it is not.
Not compared to Games Pass.
No, no. It's just Game Pass, by the way. Um,
Is
but
it not Games
no,
Pass?
it's just Game Pass.
I'm an idiot.
I don't think PS Now obviously PS Now is surprisingly actually pretty cool if you wanna pay for it. I mean, not for the streaming aspect of it because that shit sucks, like it
Right.
will forever. But, like, they have a pretty solid library on PS Now. I think I mean, it would be really dumb not to, right? But I don't know. It's like we were saying, I just think they're just so comfortable with doing what they're doing now. They're like, "Yeah, well, we can let Xbox have their little cute little Game Pass thing. We'll just put out whatever we want to put out, and people will eat that shit up. But that has a certain point where it just becomes unsustainable. So we'll see. I mean, they might just be comfortable with PS Now. If I had more disposable income, I'd probably subscribe to PS Now for sure. It's cool. Got cool shit on there. And if I had more disposable income, I bet I'd have a better internet connection. And then maybe the streaming games would be kind of playable instead of completely unplayable.
Here is my desire.
Yeah.
I would like to watch a pay-per-view death match
Mhm.
between Herman Hulst and Phil Spencer in the style of Squid Game child games. That's what I would want, and I want there to be a winner. I want one of them to die.
Like literally to the death. That was not a joke.
Literally, yeah, no, absolutely. And
Well,
and
well,
whoever
you can only play
wins.
one game, right? At that point. I was gonna make a joke about like, yeah, the first round they'll play Twisted Metal, the second round they'll play Halo, but then I was like, wait, there would be no second round.
I want them to play Twisted Metal, but in real life. That would be fucking awesome. Dude, Herman Hulst leaning out of his fucking massive tanker. Like
Yeah, and whoever dies companies gets dissolved. That's how we'll solve it. Nintendo can just keep doing its own thing. They don't have to send Doug Bowser or anything.
Send Miyamoto. He'll be like the old man from Squid Game. He'll be at a huge disadvantage. Be so innocent in the corner, like I want to play Mario games.
Yeah. Yeah, well, here's raise a toast to Xbox. They're doing really good stuff. I bet I have an Xbox Series S. I don't use it very often, but I really like knowing that when Hades comes out. Well, Hades came out already, but when something like Hades comes out, and I'm like, I don't want to buy that. I'll just wait, and then I'll wait and just play it for free, and I can just stop. It's just nice.
Yeah, I wonder if Xbox is still doing Game Pass. I've always said Games Pass. I don't know why. I don't know
it's
where I
it's
got that
multiple
from.
games, right? So it makes sense.
Right. It's a Games Pass.
Yeah, it's a pass for games. If it was Game Pass, it would just be one game. It's bullshit, dude.
It's an NFT. I I got the Game Pass, but I wonder if they're still doing it at a loss because I know they were for a long time. I imagine they probably still are.
I don't know. They got a lot of subscriptions, man.
They do, but they also have a tremendous amount of games on there, especially all the first party ones that come out. Like that's
Yeah. Yeah. That is dude, that is if like maybe Xbox doesn't have like a killer app like PlayStation does, like they're not gonna have Persona or Uncharted or Last of Us or whatever the fuck. But I think what they have going for them is that they're just like, listen, you don't have to like every Xbox game. You don't have to want to like play Halo, but you could, right? Like
yeah,
if you get an
yeah,
Xbox, you have complete access to it. I think that's an incredible selling point. So
I agree.
I don't know if how much they've sold. I can't imagine it's little. I'm sure they've done really well, especially with the Series S. That's a great idea for a console. It's
Yeah,
out of this world. So
really, really cool. You like your series? You don't play it very often though.
not very often. I mean, it's like I was saying. It's just like it's a Game Pass machine, which is exactly what they wanted, right? It's a Game
Right.
Pass machine. It's like, oh, I want to play this game. Is it on Game Pass? Oh, it is. Cool. I'll go play it on that. And then they got me playing their Xbox, and they can throw their ads in my face and make me buy Halo Infinite or whatever, or just the campaign, I guess.
Is that where you were playing Psychonauts 2 when you were messing with that?
Yep. Yeah, that's a perfect
That's cool.
example. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really smart. Well, good on you. Good on you, Phil Spencer. Stop buying big studios like Bethesda though. That's not healthy for this industry.
Keep
Don't
buying big studios. Let's
No,
just have
that's
one
not
video game company. Let's have 10 cent in America. It can be called 12 cents.
Bethesda is an NFT
Only one
owned by
person in
Phil Spencer.
the only one person in the world can own Bethesda.
Okay. Well, that's it for stories. Just wanted to say real quick, today is literally the day we're recording this. November 12th is the 1 year for PS5.
That's surprising.
I know, time passed really quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I was gonna say the opposite. I was gonna say that I thought it was out for way longer, but I guess not.
really? Damn.
Yeah, I guess this past year has just been fucking like a blur, so time
Yeah.
is just non-existent.
Well, yeah, we were still in pandemic for so much of it, so everything's still weird.
You know what? I can't even give the PS5 that much shit for not having a big game then if it's only been a year that it's been out. That's surprising.
Yeah, I just feel like we don't even there's not a lot of big games what is the next big PS5 exclusive? I can't think of one.
Mm,
I must be wrong, but the Horizon and God of War are both coming to PS4,
yeah.
right? So that's the
Yeah,
issue I have.
I'm drawing a fucking blank right now. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
That's a PS5 game. I
No, but
can't
I
think
mean,
of
like,
any.
stuff that's only on PS5,
Yeah,
like,
I
if
know,
you
I know.
wanted to
Yeah.
and I know everything performs better, I know it's all faster, but if you wanted to, you could literally just be like, "Well, I have my launch PS4, I'll just play Forbidden West and Ragnarok on that," right?
Yeah.
So, they I guess Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, but both those games are far as
Oh, that's gonna
Wolverine,
be
that game
yeah.
is fucking 3 years away at least, like, that is
Yeah.
nowhere near coming out.
Oh, Elden Ring. That's the one, right? That's a PS5 exclusive, isn't it?
Is
Is
it?
that on PS4? I'm pretty sure it's only on PS5.
That's news to me, I thought that was also on Xbox.
Oh, it might be. I could be totally wrong. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Never mind. Okay, well then, yeah, there's no, no
It's on
fucking.
everything,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
even on PS4. Yeah, yeah, it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? When we assuming let's assume these Blue Point rumors are real, and we're getting a Bloodborne remastered, and then also Bloodborne 2.
Hmm.
Bloodborne 2 is probably pretty far away as well. They
Yeah.
just put out Demon Souls. And if they're doing the remaster, I mean, I imagine that maybe the whole team doesn't need to be on that, but it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like their studios, Media Molecule. What the fuck are they doing? They're just supporting Dreams, which is doing nothing. Fucking Naughty Dog just put out Last of Us 2. Like where these
Yeah.
studios are kind of like running on fumes. And yeah, like Sucker Punch, they just did fucking Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah,
And so,
yeah.
that's the correct pronunciation, right? Not Tsushima. I know everyone says Tsushima. I'm pretty
It's
sure it's
it's
Tsushima.
it's hard because it's a different kind of language. It would be like Tsushima, Tsushima. Yeah, I guess it would be Tsushima. It doesn't really work because Japanese is like a pitched language and English is like a stressed language. So,
Right.
but that
That's
that's
why
why it's really.
in Persona 5 they
I was about
change
to
all the
say.
last names, yeah.
Yeah, Sakamoto. I hate that.
Sakamoto, yeah. But you know what? I always got them when I first played it, I always said Sakamoto and that sounded right to me, but I always
Yeah.
said Takamaki for on
Yeah,
Takamaki and
that
that
one
sounded right for
flows
me.
well. Yeah, that one flows
Yeah,
right. It's because
Takamaki does not sound good.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's tough because it's just a different language. Just the way you speak it is different, so it makes sense. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima came out. I haven't played that either. That's a PS4 game. You were listing all these games, and I was like, "What are you talking about? These are all really great PS5 games." But they were all PS4 games that you said,
Yeah.
which is surprising.
But I will say well, while we're talking about Elden Ring real quick, it almost felt like a fever dream because I saw it, like, the second I woke up, and I woke up, like, way too early the other day, and and I was like on no sleep and I was like trying to get myself up and I just looked at my Facebook and it was the first thing and I see this dude running around some Bloodborne looking world or like Dark Souls looking world and he just a fucking horse appears out of nowhere and then he's flying through the air and I was like, "Oh my god." I had no interest in Elden Ring and I saw that clip while I was like half asleep and I was like, "I guess I'll buy Elden Ring. What the fuck is this shit?" That looks so cool. That game's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
I am
That
so
game is going to
excited
be
for that
cool as
fucking
hell.
game. Yeah. I gotta play Sekiro still, but I'm super excited for that game now that I guess I just had a bad mindset with these From type games, but I am all in on them now. It's super fucking cool.
I almost feel, and this is probably a bad mentality to have, but I almost feel like because I never played Sekiro. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure it's
Mhm.
fantastic. I played Neo, the first one, and I loved Neo. That
Mhm.
was like a Souls type game.
Yeah.
Obviously, From didn't do it, but and it was kind of similar vibe and atmosphere
Yeah,
to what I saw from
definitely.
Sekiro. There were like stances and stuff and certain weak points and shit like that in Neo. Um, I almost feel like with Elden Ring coming out, I'm like, I'll just skip Sekiro at this point. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I'll just play Elden Ring. Like, it's probably
Yeah,
just
that's fair.
along the same lines. But I was gonna say with PS5, I just want to comment that I really do like this console. I love.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't do too much. The exclusives that have come out, I have loved
Yeah.
all three of them. Demon Souls want to get back to. Yeah, all three. That sounded like a joke. I wasn't even trying to make a
Oh, yeah.
joke, but yeah.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, like Demon Souls, Bugsnax, Miles Morales, right?" Oh, Ratchet& and Clank.
No, no. Miles Morales is on PS4.
What?
Yeah, Miles Morales came
Oh,
out on PS4.
okay. Well, then those are the three: Demon Souls, Bugsnax, and
No, I guess 4 then. I didn't even think of I wasn't counting Bugsnax. I was gonna say, Returnal. Returnal's the other one.
oh, okay, all right. Well, we got
And
four.
Returnal, I think, is a really special game. I think it kinda went under the
Yeah, I want
radar
to
a
play
little
that.
bit.
I really want to play that. That
You
looks cool as
I'm
hell.
sure it'll be on sale sooner or later, but you absolutely should because that is a super unique game. One of the more unique roguelike games I've ever played, I think.
Yeah,
And,
it seems like it.
they finally added like, just recently, they put out an update adding a save feature, finally, because that
You
was a
can.
huge
Oh
issue.
yeah, yeah. I
People
remember
were
you
really
saying you had
pissed
a.
about, like
Yeah,
yeah, the hours could the runs could sometimes last, like, like 2 to 3 hours, like, really, really long, and you could put your, PS5 in sleep mode, but the issue with that is that up until, like, recently, PS5 sleep mode was having a lot of fucking problems, like, it was, like, freezing people's games, it was, like
mm,
they put out a few updates in the last few months to try and remedy that, and people were constantly losing their Returnal saves when they would put it in sleep mode. They'd open it up and be like, "The game crashed," and it was
that
like, "Fuck."
sucks ass. That sucks ass.
Yeah. So I guess they put one in now, not like a regular save system. It's like a thing where, you load it and it deletes it as soon as you
Yeah,
load
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like a Fire Emblem type thing.
I don't know
Yeah,
why they didn't do that to like months ago. It seems late at this point, and it seems like that was so obviously the solution. But
yeah. Well, that'll be nice when I get around to it eventually.
you also didn't play Ratchet.
No, I didn't. I did not. I
Hmm.
probably. I mean, at this point, I feel like I missed the boat. I just might not play that game ever. I'm sure I will down the line. It'll be on sale for like $20 in a couple of years. I'll probably play it then. I'm just saying, if I had to pick between playing Returnal and Ratchet and Clank, I mean, that's no contest.
Right. Well, because you've already played Crack in Time, and Crack in Time is better than Rift Apart. So,
Okay.
you know, and I will die on that hill.
Well, now I want to play it just to argue with you.
I don't think you would. Yeah, you loved Crack in Time. I
I
don't
did.
think you
Like,
would.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
That was very good.
Rift Apart's not bad. It's a great game. It's just I don't know. It could have been more, and also there's no reason that game couldn't run on PS4 at all. It does
Yeah.
not need to be a PS5 exclusive. But love the PS5. Think it's cool. Think the UI sucks, but it
Yep.
all I use now. So
It does its job is the best thing I can say.
I think it still looks cool. I think it still looks cool.
The design of it.
The design, yeah.
Yeah, well,
You don't like the design, right?
I don't like it too much. I don't like that it looks like Kaiba. Man, I'm sure the PS5
I
Slim will
do.
look a lot better. The PS5 Slim was gonna be cool, and then the PS5 Super Slim is gonna be even cooler. I bet we'll see.
It's gonna be PS5 Slim will be Yugi. PS5 Super Slim will be Rex.
Rex, is that the American flag guy?
No, no, that was Keith. Or
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Bandit Keith. You're right. Rex was the dinosaur guy, right, with a
the
beanie.
dinosaur guy, yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what I meant? I meant the bug
You
guy.
mean Weevil? Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say Weevil, but you said Rex before I
Yeah.
could.
Uh,
I would pay for a Weevil style console. That would be great. Say goodbye to Exodia. It's my favorite line in that show. They were like, dude, that Exodia is too strong. We can't have Yugi have that in his deck. That would just solve every problem. They're like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Let's just throw it off a boat. Fuck it. Let's just throw it off a boat and they just sink and we never see him again.
Smart.
Yeah, it was a very good idea. It was a very good idea because if they didn't do that, that's how he would win every duel. He would make not a burn deck. He would just make a Exodia turbo deck. Can you imagine a timeline where the Yu-Gi-Oh anime that never happened? So every duel is just him fucking going through his entire deck in one turn.
Oh my god. That is how Yu-Gi-Oh used to be when Exodia FTK was really
Yeah,
big and they had Pot of Greeds and all sorts,
graceful charity.
great charity, all
That's
sorts of
absurd.
garbage. Painful choice. Oh my god. That is the most broken card ever, I think. Do you remember what that
Yeah.
card does?
Yeah, that's the one where like your opponent has to pick which card you draw or discard or
You
something,
you
right?
you choose 5 cards from your deck,
Five.
and
That was
they all go to the grave, and your opponent chooses 1 to add to your hand. But 4 of them from your deck go to the grave, dude.
That's
That's
great. That's
insane.
incredible.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
not a downside.
You could just send all sorts of crazy shit. It's like
Yeah.
fucking ugh. Okay. Anyways, let's get on with this. Uh, there are some little things I wanted to mention, but I don't really have much to say on them. You can jump in if you have anything.
Mhm.
Steam Deck got delayed a couple months. Doesn't seem like
Yeah.
a big deal. The Playdate was delayed. You know that little
I
little
didn't even know that thing existed until I heard it was delayed, but I guess it's kinda cool.
with the little crank.
Yeah, a little cranky
Yeah.
game, a little
Yeah.
with 240p screen. It's fun. It's a fun little thing to have.
It's fun. I feel like it's more gimmicky, and that's why people are talking about it. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's, like, super open source, I guess, so you can do a lot with that.
Hmm.
Um, so, yeah, that was delayed to, Game Awards. Big ol' Keeley was talking about they have, 40 to 50 games to show, which is crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? I have totally lost fucking faith in that in the Game Awards because every goddamn year Jeff Keighley says, "No, this one is going to be crazy. This one is going to be the best one. This one's going to have 40 to 50 games every fucking year." And then every fucking year they had that one like 3 4 years ago that was incredible and every fucking time since then it's just been like, "Wait, what, you're really gonna end it on that Fast and Furious game? Really? Is
Oh,
that
that
what you
was
were
really
talking
bad.
about, Jeff Keighley?"
Yeah.
So I have zero expectations. I'm sure it'll be like 40 fucking Fast and Furious games and like one cool thing.
They have a few cool hits like this. Every once in a while, they get some cool ones. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the Joker reveal
the
for
Joker
Smash,
reveal was
that
awesome,
was
yeah.
but that was like years ago. They haven't topped that since. It's just because he hypes it up too much. If I went into it expecting nothing, it'd be great. But I go into it with incredible expectations because Jeff Keighley is like, you gotta watch this one. This one's gonna be the one. No, this one's gonna be the one.
I respect Jeff Keighley. He's one of my I there are a lot of people in this industry that I do not like. Jeff Keighley is one of my favorites because he's so passionate. He
Yeah,
loves it
yeah.
so much. Oh my god, I hope this is why I'm excited. I hope we see Joseph Farah, the It Takes Two and A
Oh
Way Out
yeah.
guy. Oh my god, he's my
They brought
favorite
him
part.
back last year, didn't they? I think they did.
Yeah,
They
he
brought him
was
back
back.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and It Takes Two, if that game gets snubbed for Game of the Year nominations, I'm gonna be really upset because
That game's not gonna get a Game of the Year nomination.
I'll fucking pizza bet me. I fucking slap bet.
I'll pizza bet you. I'm
Pizza
not
bet
gonna
me?
slap bet. I'm not gonna slap at you because I won a slap bet against you once. You didn't let me slap you.
I was like 14, I was scared.
So I'll pizza bet you. There's no way. There's no fucking way that game's gonna be up for Game of the Year. Even if a bunch of really good games didn't come out this year, I still don't think it would have been. But you know what? Now that I say that out loud, Jump Force was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year. So
Don't put the hey, but here's the difference. Here's the difference between Jump Force and It Takes Two. It Takes Two, I'll just say it, was the best game to come out this year so far.
Ooh.
In my opinion.
That was 20. That was
Okay.
this year. That dude, I have no idea what fucking time it is.
Pretty
That's
sure.
insane.
Yeah. That game is phenomenal and it sold really, really well. I think it just like hit like 3 or 4 million units. That's
That's
awesome for a
crazy.
game like that. That's crazy.
Mhm.
We'll do a fun little episode though where we do all our game of the year predictions and we'll score them and
Oh yeah.
stuff and our game awards predictions in general. Here's my Gatorade get hype moment for the game awards
Okay.
is the stage goes black, right?
Mhm.
Everyone
Yep.
goes, what's happening? What's going on? You can see someone silhouette walk upon the stage. Very small light.
And then while that's happening, I go, is that Keanu? Is that Keanu Reeves? Is he back?
Right, right. And then everyone's like, "Oh, I can't tell. I can't tell. Who is it? Is it fucking Vin Diesel? Is he back?
Yeah.
And then the light goes on.
Yeah.
It's fucking Hassan. And he goes, hello, it's good to see you guys. And they finally play the real-time trailer there. That would be embarrassing.
And it's just its own thing. It's not anything exciting. It's just some survival game.
I feel like if it's really nothing, no one ever wants to put that anywhere. It'd be just a backlash disaster. But okay, so that then Horizon Forbidden West had like a gameplay deep dive. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. That game is going to be awesome. I am
I bet.
stoked for that. Yeah, then Forza Horizon came out, which new release in a sec that's there too. But that game's crushing. Game is doing really, really well. People are
Is
talking
it
a lot
really?
about it. It's selling incredibly well. Another big win for Xbox. I mean, that's not obviously a new IP. That's one of their more established ones, but
I think that's their best selling one, actually.
yeah, doing
Yeah.
doing really well. So
That's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. Maybe I'll try it out. It seems cool. I was so fucking into Burnout Paradise when I was younger. I was super into Burnout Paradise. It's like open world racing game, and it kind of seems like this is kind of gonna scratch that same itch where you just kind of just drive and just go around and fuck around and race and stuff. It looks pretty cool, and it's exactly what I was talking about before, dude. It's on Game Pass. You know what? I'll try it. I might like it. I
Yeah.
might not, but I will lose nothing for doing it. So
Sure.
you should maybe pick one up. Pick up a
Yeah,
Series
with all
S.
that expendable income I have, I just bought an OLED Switch that just sits there and is basically a statue. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I was thinking about it though. I saw a Series X in a store the other day, and I was like, oh,
You don't need to get a Series X, dude. You can get a Series S because
or
you already have.
sorry,
Oh,
Series. That's what I meant. That's what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's what $300. I think it's cheaper than an OLED Switch, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Wow,
Yeah.
that's true. But I don't want to pay for Game Pass monthly. I'm playing. I have so
But
many
dude,
games to play.
that's the whole that's what's great about it. It's that even if you don't subscribe to Game Pass, if like something like Forza Horizon comes out, it's better to just pay $10 to play it for a month than to have to spend $60 on it, you know? Because you can just cancel and
Yeah,
restart it whenever you want. It's really cool.
that's fair.
Maybe one day down the line.
Okay, so new releases, real quick, nothing super interesting. I said SMT5 came out last week, and that did not. Actually, comes out today.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I was looking at the eShop and I saw the date was wrong, and I was really surprised. I believed you. I shouldn't have, I guess.
I thought it did. I think Metacritic lied to me.
Yeah, I was seeing a bunch of reviews and stuff about it. I assumed it was out. I guess it wasn't, but now it is. Except now I got to beat SMT4, so I'll get around to it.
Only other notable things really, GTA Trilogy came out today, and I saw something about they actually pulled it from PC or something. There's
Yeah,
some big issue going on. I didn't put it in the thing because like whatever, but
yeah,
I guess some people care about that. I've never played any of those. I hear they're all fantastic, and
yeah,
I'm glad it's out. Maybe I'll pick it up if it's on sale at some point on Switch, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
right now I don't care that much.
I'd like to play San Andreas at some point. It just seems like another one of those required reading games.
That
So
and Vice City I hear about too. I hear both those are like
yeah,
really, really
that's true.
incredible ones. I've never played a GTA game like actually. I've played a little bit of 4.
Mm.
I am one of the only people on this planet I think who has never played GTA 5 for 1 second. I've never even held the controller while that game's been on.
Wow.
I own it though. I bought it because
Oh.
my band. Well, I bought it recently. I bought it like in the last few months, so I'm one of the reasons that game is still like, who's still buying GTA 5? I guess me. But because my bandmates they play it a lot, and they were like, yeah, you should get it. It was like on sale for like $10 or something. I was like, I guess I'll fucking get it. And nope, never played it. So
It's cool. I mean, GTA is really you
it
wouldn't
is.
get the vibe if you've never played it, but it's really like goofy and funny and satirical. And I totally thought it was just this like completely unironic, like you fuck around and shoot people game. But like, no, dude. That game is like drenched in like a layer of irony. It's like dipped, it's like plastic dipped in irony. It's great.
Did you ever see this? There was this weird thing going around on Twitch. I bet it's still happening, but it was this like uh, private GTA 5 server where everyone was required to role play.
Hmm.
It was, and only big streamers could like there was no it was some mod like there was no like I don't think it was like regular gameplay. I think most of it was like first person, but everyone was required to role play and only big streamers were allowed to get in. It was like a very specific process to be let in, and it was like this whole cool like thing where you like create like pretend you're a character and you
Hmm.
like have relationships and all sorts of weird shit. You like everyone's on mic and you have to like it's almost like D&D but in GTA. Kind of cool.
That's cool. I had not heard of that. That's interesting.
I don't remember what it's called. Only other thing is Skyrim Anniversary came out yesterday.
Okay.
I guess yeah, whatever. It's I guess there's new stuff, but you know what I saw? It was like it's like a $30 upgrade if you have the Skyrim like special edition that was on PS4. I'm like
Mhm.
that is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, it's like $50 by itself, but
Do they change like is it upgraded at all graphically or is it just like new content?
I think it's on PS5 for the first time now.
Huh.
So I think yeah, it's kind of like a an upgrade like that,
Okay.
but
That's the third version of that game.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
well,
Fourth if you count the Alexa version.
my fucking Alexa was actually just going off right now. It's really funny. I was like, why is that happening?
I heard you talking about Skyrim because you keep saying it.
Oh my god, is that why?
Yeah, because you say Alexa.
No, no, because I have it set as echo.
Oh.
Set as echo. Don't shh, shh, shh. I don't want it to go off. Yeah, who cares? So, yeah, I was gonna do trophy time. I don't really have much to say this week because I haven't been playing too much, but I did get that Wiggle trophy in Dead by Daylight finally. And
Finally.
when I got it, yeah, well, it was funny because that same match, I actually wiggled out 5 times in the one
Are
match.
you serious?
Yeah, the guy was
Oh,
just
wow.
he was just fucking with me. It was like a Michael Myers. He was just letting me do it over and over and over. And I was like, this would have been nice 6 months ago,
Yeah.
but
Maybe he's just going around getting people that trophy. He's just like a nice guy. He knows how hard it is to get, so.
well, that's the episode. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll do it again next week.
Yeah, hope to see you next week. I can see you, by the way, whenever you listen to this. Whenever you listen to my voice, you open a window to my into the astral plane. I can see you listening. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. What are you doing? That's gross. What do you do? Stop that. I caught you doing that.
All right, now we're gonna do Jorge, take it away.
Yeah, a reading from one of my favorite books, an unofficial joke book for Fortniters. So last time I just pulled a random joke out and it was really funny. It was lucky that I landed on a really stupid one, but this time I've made an executive decision to read through it and pick one because chapter 7 of this book, it's called Good Game. These are all like Jeff Foxworthy style. You might be a Fortniter if jokes. So I'm gonna do one in that style. So thank you all for listening. If 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 you watch Star Wars and you root for the stormtroopers, you might be a Fortniter. If you
That was it.
if you if you get if you get a little panicky on a misty morning, you might be a Fortniter. This might be my favorite chapter from this book.
It's a whole chapter. There's chapters segmenting that book.
Yeah. Chapter 8 is just knock knock books. But I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. So come back next week if you want to hear some of
All right.
those.
See ya.
See ya.